Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright? Okay, so if that made no sense to you, which it probably did for a good chunk of you, I'll explain. So I was doing a little bit of research on linguistic kind of stuff, on stuff that sounds like you're speaking English but is actually total gibberish. And I was looking into this largely because I thought it would be really interesting to do for a sort of, not really soft speaking, but a sort of gibberish kind of speaking video where it's like, what's it called? Like, I forgot the word for it. Basically whispering where you can't tell what they're saying. And I decided not to do that for a couple reasons. Firstly, my microphone I don't think is quite good enough for that. Secondly, I don't know how I would exactly format the video. And thirdly, the moment I found what seemed like good material, I immediately got way too excited about it to not just talk about it. So, Prisencolinensinainciusol is the name of a song by this Italian pop singer, Adriano Celetano. He's an Italian singer who cites himself as being largely influenced by American music and slang. And he wrote this song with the intent to explore communication barriers. So he knew going into writing this song that he wanted to write a song that was total gibberish. But he wanted it to sound like American English to his intended Italian audience. And so he recorded the song. It was successful. And they recorded a sort of video for broadcast on RAI, which is sort of the Italian PBS or Italian public broadcasting, basically. And this video went pretty viral. It became a little bit of an internet meme, so much so that, like, when I was asking friends about this sort of linguistic phenomenon of, oh, it sounds like English, but it's not, a handful of friends immediately linked me to this video, and I thought, oh, okay, I have to do this. This is hilarious and amazing, and I have to try. So I'm gonna try to sort of have all printed out, and I found someone had sort of, they type it out, they have it written at the bottom of the screen in the, I'm just gonna call it the music video, but it's like, that's how an Italian would pronounce it. So, like, for example, they would have a word that ends in T, but in Italian, oftentimes, if it ends in T, like in ballet, it's silent. Or is that French? I think that's French. But that was like a thing where there were silent letters, or like Prisencolinensinainciusol. Like, to me, at the end, that sounds like the word Suze and the word all, but it's spelled Ciusol. So, like, again, using kind of Italian-y, not really phonemes, but way of spelling things. So I kind of translated it into a sort of English thing so that I could actually read it, and we will see if this works. If not, hopefully you guys will get a kick out of my flailing failure. My flailure. And if it does manage to trigger you guys, I will search for more ridiculous nonsense to whisper into your ears, if that is what pleases you, because I find this kind of stuff really amusing. I think ever since I did, like, the Jabberwocky video, or maybe even dating back to A Clockwork Orange, I've sort of really enjoyed stuff like this. So if you want more of it, or if you have more material, send it my way. Okay. Prisencolinensinainciusol. In Colmain Savon, Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright. We the same Zeus now hope the same, Hallwait main the Colbos day. Third J is the mind begin to call. Baby stay ya push yo oh. We the same Zeus now hope the same, Hallwait main the Colbos day. Not the same like you the promised thing. Leno and the trouble love gay sujen. You the kamano Zeus no by for love so. Hope just come love come low I. Hoping to stay like Zeus go momain. Lou because two men called their brave girls. Oh Sunday. I my Sesler. And he also call with Piso eyes. In coal main Savon. Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright. I my Senplex. And go for doing Peso eyes. Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright. Well, a sint no, I give the sint. Like the Zeus nobody, oh, good time left fees go. We seem it seems Zeus go no ben. Let Zeus and no kai for no the guy just say. I my Senplex. And it go for doing Peso eyes. In the cold mine Sylvan. Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright. Lune sino sikidor. Es la baby la die big yor. I my Senplex. And you go doing Peso eyes. In the calm main Suvon. Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright. Lune sino sikidor. Es la baby la die big yor. Okay, so that was really hard to say. And admittedly, I practiced saying the title, Prisencolinensinainciusol, a lot more than I practiced the rest of the song. But I still really like saying that. I think more than the other parts of the song, it has this, like, it's not quite cacophonous, but it doesn't quite run off the tongue as easily either. But it has a certain kind of musicality to it. Prisencolinensinainciusol. Prisencolinensinainciusol. Alright. So, yeah, that was Prisencolinensinainciusol. This might be one of the most bizarre things I've read, I think. But I really am fully amused by this. I'll link to a video in the description. And yeah, I'm trying to see if there are any other fun bits, but it's not as cacophonous as I think Jabberwocky was. So I'm not sure. I mean, I talked about this a little in a couple other videos, but my theory with a lot of these triggers is that a lot of them tend to be more cacophonous. More cacophonous words. So like the Jabberwock, like say the phrase "frumious bandersnatch." That's a little bit more cacophonous. Even the word cacophonous is cacophonous, you know. Let me think. One of the words that I mentioned in past videos, fricative, is really fun to say and also is more cacophonous. So I think Prisencolinensinainciusol is not quite as cacophonous, but again, I want to know if something I said triggers you, because I'm fascinated by the linguistics of all of this. So, yeah. this like before I started filming this. I didn't find this little factoid before, but it's just a little thing that I read. One of the things that was talking about this was apparently he's done a version of this in Italian. Now I don't speak Italian, but any of you who do, I don't know, I mean, especially if any of you happen to live in Italy or have heard of him, or I don't know exactly how big he is there or how well known he might be, but I think this is fantastic, and if there is an actual version with actual words, I'm really curious as to like what he's actually trying to say. I mean, again, he meant for this to be gibberish, but there's some obvious like he says he was highly influenced by American music, so I can tell that like some of these are like he says baby a few times, which is probably baby, which is said a lot in American pop music, and I imagine it's probably actually no different, or not all that different from how you say baby in, say, Italian. And of course there is the actual word all right, which is brought up in this, which is the only actual word, but baby is mentioned. Savon sounds like 7. Suze is a word, although I don't think that's what he meant. There are a few bits that end in eyes, or I, or it just sound like a chant, like I. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. And I'll see you guys next time.